Might and Magic Fates has updated itself. There is a new version. Let's see what we're getting. For free-to-play players, the first time ever, you've got to enjoy some diamonds, 100 to be exact, on day 4 of the login rewards, and another 100 on day 6 of the login rewards. You log in for 7 days, not necessarily consecutive as far as I know, and you're gonna get 1 login reward each day. So you can grab up to 200 diamonds in total. This is the first ever time. For those who are not free to play, obviously there is a possibility that you spend or you purchase diamonds and then you have some left over. So these 300 are not bad. The other update that also happened lately with the latest one is that if you check out your cards, it is now possible to sell those cards in exchange for gold. So for example, imagine that you have 5-6 copies of a certain card. I don't, but some of you do. Actually, in my case, I've already sold a few, so that's why I'm not going above 2 by much. So if you have too many copies, or if you don't use the card at all because you think that card doesn't really add anything to your roster, then you can click on the card and you click sell in exchange for some gold value. Now most cards sell for 10 gold, which is not much because you get 5 cards in exchange for 1000 gold, so you sell 100 and you get back 5. It's not necessarily the best deal of your life. But if you cannot use that card anyway because you have 10 copies already, for example from this beast I have 5, but it's saying that it's being used in one of my decks, so selling it means that the deck is gonna go down from 30 cards to 29. But anyway, if I wanted to sell it, I sell it for the sake of the video. Now there you go. Then what happens is that I got 10 gold. There you go, and I only have 4 now. But at the moment, this starter deck doesn't have this wolf anymore, and for this reason I only have 28 cards at the moment. Maybe because I sold not just 1 card, but I also sold 2 cards. So I might have to go and get an other unit in here and validate. Now this is a bit interesting as well, because I think that they treat each and every card differently. So what happened in this specific situation was that you could sell those extra copies because 1 card can be in multiple decks at the same time. But it didn't know it because that specific card that was about to be sold was assigned to that deck. That's why we had this specific problem. And in order to overcome this problem, whenever you have the wolf, wherever the wolf is right now, if you sell some copies, just go back to the deck and then you will know. By the way, you can also filter based on many different options. So foil, animated, limited, that's the card quality, so limited. Let's see if I have any limited ones, because I'm quite certain there is 1 card, I think it's at the very end, that sells for 1000. Not Crimson Tower, one of them. Near the very end. So there is something that sells for 1000. And this is just for 200. This is also for 200, that's the usual 10. But there is one specific legendary card that sells for quite a lot. This is just 25 once again. Broken Bridge sells for 10. Slow sells for 10. And there it is, Chain Lightning. So Chain Lightning actually sells for 5000. That's really a lot, because it was one of the OP spells. So this single card is worth 25 cards. This is what you can expect, so prices are between 10 and 5000 so far, maybe more, who knows. Another update besides that you can now spend diamonds as well. Not yet, but you know, 100 and another 100, sooner or later you're gonna get to 450, start collecting. Another update is that there are these progression quests that have been added to the game since the last progression quests that were there, just so that you get the basic decks. So this is another way to earn gold anyway, and you just need to experiment with those specific factions. And when it comes to the gameplay itself, I will just use the starter deck at the moment. So rank game, you see that the animations have changed a bit. And you can also see, I'll hide the video part, you can also see soon that on the left hand side there are new animations and also new icons. So now we're fighting these two quite popular factions. Why is it? Because everyone is going for the progression quest.
Let the experiment begin.
Also, voiceover is new as well. By the way, there are some new. You see this sword here, meaning that's the initiative. Okay, let's see. Unfortunately, it's only 9. I'll have to discard this so that I can take... There you go, that's what I wanted. So there are quite a few combinations at the moment that I can do. And the rest is the same, so there is not much that changed. There you go, here is this new icon that got added. I will just do a no-brainer start. And the opponents are also gonna get started with their units. So for example, this one, here for the opponent, the wizard. And whenever you click or whenever you hover, you can see the card itself. So right now you see all these. And let's get the defender out of the way. The rest is the same as it used to be. The opponent is attacking, that's fine. And now we need to get the other opponent out of the way, because when the hero gains XP, it gains 2/2. Instead of that opponent, I will just get this middle one out of the way. Otherwise, what's the point? All of them would take a turn, which I don't want. Alright, these are the updates. Hopefully you like them.